Hello there. Welcome into Flower Garden Adventure. Just tuning in just to show you how to replant some cactuses the right way. What you want to do is start off with some black gold succulent mix. That's what I got over here to work with. It works really well, as you can tell. And then I got the Jack's Gritty mix, which is a good mixture. We got a 50-50 mix ratio, which is a good ratio for cacti and succulents too, but some of the succulents, they need more drainage. They hold more water than the other succulents, so you do have to check your succulent and your specific type because it does make all the difference. And you want to put on your right proper wear, which is your proper gloves. That way you don't get poked, because these things are painful and you don't want to have to pick thorns out of your skin. You know, might be tough, but we don't want to get poked for no reason. So that's why we got to sit here and we got to do it the proper way. Put on the right proper gear, as always, when handling cactus. Make sure you got some resistant gloves to protect your hands. And start off with these lovely terracotta pots. They're so cheap at Walmart. You cannot go wrong. That's a good place to buy them. And buy the ones without the design. And it'll save you money because that's what we're trying to do, because we're building a farm here, a flower garden adventure. And that's why we're starting off like this. This here's our lovely rainbow hedgehog cactus. And we're going to remove him out of his old pot. And now you can see all the roots are bound together. And what we want to do is try to loosen them. Loosen the roots a little bit, that way that they'll continue to grow out into their new soil. And most of the stuff might be very tightly packed, so you just do the best you can. Don't break and damage as many as you can avoid breaking and damaging. But if you loosen them, that's what we're trying to do, is just loosen it up a little bit and make them free. As you can see how they're dangling down. We want to have them dangling like right there. That way when they get in their new soil, they'll be able to thrive and start to come back alive and grow for a bigger place. So that's kind of what I did there. And I broke off most of the dirt. And you don't have to break it all off there, because we don't want to break off any damage, any more roots than we absolutely have to, just to get it loose so that it will grow in the new soil. And what you want to do is fill your pot up only halfway, I've noticed with these. That way you can fill it in around it, because if you try to fill in, make a hole and push it down in there, it don't work too good. So make sure you fill up your pot halfway before you go and you put your roots in there. And so I got my mixture in a tote box, as I told you earlier. This is actually pretty fun. This is actually a lot of fun and therapeutic for your mind. So therefore, I got my 50-50 ratio mix and my lovely terracotta pot. Got it halfway filled up. Then I'll stick my finger in there and make it nice and ready to put that lovely cactus in there. Bam. And we'll set him in there just like this. Set him down in there, and you want to cover his roots, but you want to make sure that you get him to where he's not buried too deep. But that's why we go in and we add the extra dirt around him. But make sure he's centered, or he's going to look a little crazy, because you don't want it off-centered. See how I'm filling in around the outer edges is what I'm trying to do. And you want them packed loosely, that way they can grow. They don't have to be tight, where they're cactus and succulents are the same way. Because they're pretty much very similar, the way they grow, the way they store water for a long period of time, and lack of watering is what they need. Look. I got him in there. He's not quite centered the way I like it. But that's something you just got to work with to try to get him in the middle. It just takes time and work, and the way you get good at it. And that's how we do that. Bam. That's replanting the rainbow hedgehog cactus. Him and his new soil. I believe that'll work. And appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like so you don't miss another garden adventure or a how-to video on how to grow things. Appreciate you coming in, and until next time.